Later on, we have Josh Harmon.
You're easy to crack.
You know, if a wolf attacked me, it's a dangerous wolf.
And like in an hour, it had 100,000 views, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
And now the boss has to do it again.
Horrible Seinfeld impression where he just like goes like that.
Wait, you self-conscious about your rim job there?
It's folding.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Welcome back to Picky Boys podcast. It's Spooktober. This is 2 weeks. We have four episodes. Well, 3 episodes and 1 specialty video.
That's true.
All dedicated to Halloween. Different costumes, different things, different picnic blanket. This is very nice.
Oh yeah, look at this.
I don't know. You guys can barely see this, but we have a picnic cloth. There's picnic blankets for everything. There's a spider behind me. I got
like a ghoul thing going on.
It's like a haunted house in here.
There's gonna be so much of Spoopy Boys.
There's gonna be so much spook. It's unbelievable. What are you dressed as today?
Wait, hold on. I gotta tell them what's going on. I mean, later on we have Josh Harmon, the TikTok drummer.
Oh yeah, Josh plays drums on TikTok.
Yeah, he drums. Well, he'll explain it, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, he'll explain it. But it's a very, very cool, very cool guy. Does a lot of who does something that I think is really interesting. So stick around and see what he's all about.
And don't forget to drop a comment, anything. Comment
what you think the next costumes are going to be that we're going to do. And also comment what are you going to go as if you're even going anywhere. Halloween's weird.
Yeah, well, especially during, this time.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be 1 million doctors.
1,000 surgeons.
1,000 surgeons.
Probably some bloody ones.
It's probably already sold out from Party City or Spirit or wherever.
What about all the Among Us? There's probably going to be a bunch of astronaut helmet people, girls and bras.
Among Us will be big.
It's the same thing like how Fortnite was big, like that Halloween after like the big game.
Yeah, that's what everybody goes as. That's true. I don't know.
But what were you gonna ask me? Sorry.
Explain your costume today.
Oh, I got a shark.
What are you on?
I think I'm a Mako. I think you guys seen this before. Mako shark.
What is that? Is it dangerous?
I mean, look at these.
I
mean, would you want to go up against any shark?
No,
Mako
I know there are docile sharks.
Like a nurser shark.
I feel like people who really like sharks are kind of get upset when people classify them as like these dangerous monsters.
I mean, yeah, but that's like people saying like the wolves in the wild,
It's like, no, it's not.
It is. Because if I came across a wolf in the wild, I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably not supposed to be swimming or not supposed to be foresting in this forest. But, if a wolf attacked me, it's a dangerous wolf.
True. But the thing is, I think a lot of sharks get confused with the great white shark. Because the great white shark is the one that actually is a dangerous monster. And like sand sharks are just, they're like, you should be more afraid of crabs.
I mean, yeah, the fucking those little suckers will pinch your pinky off if you step wrong.
You should be more afraid of crabs than you should be afraid of sand sharks. So some sharks get bad rep. Not all sharks are the same.
That's not all sharks are the same. Stop grouping these sharks together, people.
Does your shark have a name?
Mark
the Mako shark. Nice.
All right, what about you?
I'm a red Solo cup, as the Toby Keith song goes. I fill you up. Let's have a party.
Is that your motto?
That's my motto. I have my ball here.
Ball in hand.
So yeah, I really wish. I'm a big guy, but this is very small. This rim is very small. If there was a 115-pound little woman in here, that you still wouldn't be able to fit this ball into this.
If there was, you could pretty much fit it now.
No,
if there was a 115-pound woman,
maybe 100, maybe it's, but this
that's petite.
This is made for a more petite man. Well, at least if you want it to be shootable.
Right.
Maybe you don't want it to be shootable.
If you throw, I could get it in. Watch.
I guess the point is it's always on the side because you always miss beer pong shots anyway.
I can do it. Let me get in there.
I don't think you can.
All right, ready? Watch this. Just give me a little help here. Yep. Well, there.
You didn't even try.
I have to get it over the mic too. That's not Jordan over here, and I did it.
Whoa! It's a rim job.
Stay away from me. Dude, if you throw that, I
hate when that happens.
If you throw that ball hard enough at 115-pound, Jesus Christ, they'll get knocked over.
They'll get knocked over.
Oh yeah,
it's a beach ball.
it's a little smaller than beach.
This couldn't knock over a child.
I guarantee, if there was a 100-pound woman in that. Or a 100-pound man, doesn't matter. Or a child in that cup, and they were a little drunk. Hopefully the child's not drunk, not saying that. And I pelted it at them. They're probably going down. You would go down.
I mean, you know what it is? The red Solo Cup has been a standard in parties for years. I wonder how much more it has been, glorified because of the song. Like, I wonder if after the song there was a rise in sales of red Solo Cups.
I don't think. The thing is, like, is it a company? Is it like one of those like Band-Aid scenarios?
Yeah. Solo Cup. Solo.
Okay, so
a lot of the red Solo Cups that you get aren't really
that's what I'm asking.
Solo brand, but they're still red Solo Cups.
And don't those most of the time actually like hurt the company, right?
Yeah.
Because they associate, like, yeah, your name's out there on everything, but if you're buying, let's say, Band-Aids that aren't Band-Aids, then it's not like they're getting a profit.
I actually usually buy the off-brand Solo Cups because those are the ones that still have like the circular and the rings. The new Solo Cups are the ones with the square bottoms.
Like square. What are you doing?
I think they tried to differentiate.
Right.
Like they must have like made something patentable, I guess, that shape, and so I don't know.
Or the indent, I guess.
But they ruined it. No one who buys Solo Cups anymore. Now people buy the ones with the rings.
Yeah, and also every beer pong like tray doesn't have square cup
Yeah, it
holders.
has circle.
It has circle, so you can't even get in there unless you chisel the cup down.
Yeah, I don't know what Solo's doing. I
Now
mean,
you got
they
holes
were given a big gift. Somebody wrote a goddamn song about them and a catchy song too.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
Come on.
It's
When it
okay.
comes on a party, everybody sings it. Everybody knows what's going on.
Oh God, let me run and get my red Solo cup. Let me put my beer in there. It doesn't matter.
I could practically sing the whole thing. I'm not gonna do it. There's with that one where it's like, I really.
We're gonna get copyrighted because of you. Your sultry country sounding voice.
It's like, I really love how you're easy to stack, but I really hate how you're easy to crack.
I guess you
Because
do
when
know.
beer runs down the something of my back, well, that, my friends, is quite yucky. Because it's cracking.
Yeah. What about the back?
It's like when
You said
beer
my
runs
back.
down the back, something, I don't know. Look it up.
I don't think you know any.
Then there's
words.
also the one. It's actually, if you've ever seen the video, he sings a love song. There's one part where a red Solo Cup mirage comes out of the sky, and he goes, "Red Solo Cup, you're my friend." It's very strange.
Does
It's
it
a
talk
really
to
weird
him?
video.
It's like one of those.
I don't know. I don't think it talks back. I think it just exists, and then it's like, and then it's the last chorus, and everybody's singing along.
Do you think you're supposed to be shirtless with that costume?
I don't think so. The man in the I'm just wearing a distracting shirt. I'm definitely wearing the wrong shirt for the job.
Right.
I don't know what kind of shirt I'm wearing underneath this.
What's happening? This is. Oh, yep. Yep.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
I-
Take
yeah.
it off. Take it off. You know, I'm sure. Josh wouldn't mind.
This guy
time.
won't be terrified.
Yeah, really. Oh wow, this is.
Never mind.
No. Come on, you're doing good.
No,
This is-
I'll go like this.
This is how you undress for lovers.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to zoom out more. Look, we got coffins, we got pumpkins. You're not putting. We have to zoom up. Oh yeah, look at this guy.
I mean, my side's pretty zoomed. It's because you have a
My
huge
pretty
ass cup in the way.
zoomed out. The cup is in the way of anything.
Cup's in the way of everything.
This is his spine funnel.
All right, so before Josh comes on, Danny wanted a shotgun out of our new spine. That
We should do. I'm gonna do this on the beginning of every Halloween episode.
That's JT, by the way.
Yeah, we killed him,
We killed him.
and now we're. No, because then it's gonna get in the.
Introduce yourself and so what you do, or a little bit of something like that, and then we can just go from there.
Well, hey guys, my name is Josh Harmon. I'm a musician and comedian. I have a day job during the day, but I maybe 3 months ago, I started posting some videos online of my drumming, and yeah, that's why I'm here. It just sort of has taken off, and it's been a really fun COVID
True.
thing that I've done. Yeah.
I think the reason I didn't know you were only doing it for 3 months, but I think the reason it shot up so fast is just because of like how unique the content is. I think.
Yeah, it really is it's like super unique. Like it's just something that I guess like you can is always there, like, the rhythm of comedy, but you just don't really notice it, and then you kind of just pointed it out. And ever since then, every time I see like a stand-up routine, I'm like, I wonder how Josh would play the drums along to these.
Is
Well,
it?
that's very kind. I think, I mean, other people have done this sort of thing, and like going back to like, it's a long tradition, like musique concrète, for if we want to get French with it. But people have done this kind of thing before, but never really like to study comedians and comedic timing. Like I've seen like Charles Cornell is this guy who does like, he plays piano
Mm-hmm.
to viral videos and stuff. So I'd seen sort of that before online, but my whole thinking with like why I started doing it was like, I'm a comedian myself and I'd love to write jokes and do stand up, and I would listen to recordings of myself and it just would be bad. And I was like, why is this bad? Like my jokes, my like material is funny, but it's just so bad. It sounds amateurish. And so it was sort of just my way of kind of studying the comedians who I really like and trying to get inside their delivery and just to learn more about it. I've been playing drums since I was 4, so it kind of just was a nice pairing. And the fact that people have been enjoying it as much as I have is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I actually forgot. We didn't even really say what exactly we're talking about. So you do this. So kind of like explain like the series, I guess you're doing on TikTok.
Yeah, so it's called Rhythms of Comedy. Essentially what I do is I take short bits, short excerpts from great stand-up comedians, and I take their routines. I don't edit it at all. I take exactly how they said it, and I play the drums along to the clip to sort of bring out the musical nature of their delivery.
Do you start like hearing the rhythmic like tones and beats and everything now? And it's like I could see some people it's hard to separate the two sometimes.
Yeah, I thankfully no.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, there was a period like, because it's so addicting, right? Like I posted the first one I posted, and I had like I had an Instagram for maybe since 2019, but I had never really uploaded anything. I never really like it felt what it was like to have someone, like a lot of people see something. And so I posted the first one, and like in an hour, it had 100,000 views, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, so then I did like, I did like 5 of them like in a row. Like I did like two a day, and then another one, and then I was like fried. And then when I was like so I live with my parents now because of because of GlowPan, the global pandemic. And so as like we were sitting around the table and they were talking, and I was like sort of hearing it, but I've kind of mellowed out since then. And now I'm just numb. I don't hear anything. It's just
oh, that's good.
and so like so like has it worked? Like have you tried to like implement it and kind of like now follow a rhythm with your own comedy?
Yeah, I'm more conscious of it. But the problem is that now that I know more about how to be a good comedian, there's no place to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to perform it because of the GlowPan. And
GlowPan got me. GlowPan got me good.
And also, do you think it's do you think like the comedy bits that are funnier, do they have a better rhythm?
Oh, I definitely think so. Like, there's an interview with Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld was the first one I did, and he's talking about, I think it's like some bonus feature on the Seinfeld DVD collection. Okay, this is deep. And he's talking about how he'll spend like 2 hours or something trying to whittle down one syllable off a joke. And that to me was like fascinating, that he would just like puzzle over the language for that long, like on something that seems so meaningless, but it makes all the difference. And he's the master.
Yeah.
So that was, Seinfeld was the first one I did, just because he's the.
Oh. Did we lose him? Yeah, Zoom's it's a tough creature to tame.
Yeah. I
wonder how many awkward meetings and incidents have happened on Zoom, like where like somebody's being fired or something,
and it's like, oh,
and they just cut out, and they're like, oh, what happened? What were you saying?
or just like you're saying like the boss was about to fire them, and then they cut out?
The boss fired them, they cut out, and now the boss has to do it again.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like 90% of my social life now is just like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
The
it sounds like all of the Sprint commercials. Yeah.
How long does it usually take you to make one of your clips?
It depends. Sometimes I honestly surprise myself. Like it's always the ones where it doesn't take me that long and that like explode. Like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine one.
Right.
I was like, I saw the clip and I had a video in 45 minutes. And then the Seinfeld one, which was the first one I did, that one took me like 4 hours to get. If you look at all my videos, it's the only one where I'm not smiling. Because people always comment like, "Oh I love like how you're laughing to the jokes and it's so nice how much fun you're having." And I do. I just sort of like, when the camera rolls, I try to like remind myself that what I'm doing is a lot of fun, and then I just have a good time playing. But with that one, when I was doing the Seinfeld one, I look miserable because it's like my 50th take. And I'm like sweating. It's horrible because in that clip, Seinfeld is like, he has these like 10-second long pauses. Like he tells a joke and then just waits, which is kind of interesting. But I was trying to like come back in right at the same time that he did. And there's no like, you can't like count in time. I don't know if you guys are musicians or not, but that one was so tough because of all the pauses. But yeah, people always ask me like, what's your process? Like how do you do this? And I don't really know what, like, I sort of just, the hardest part is finding the right clip to do, because I want it to sort of be like a self-contained punchline, you know, like it's with some context, as opposed to just like, you know, one part of a joke that's kind of like,
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So that the joke is funny too.
Right. That's it. So I spend most of the longest part of it is finding the right clip. And then once I have the clip, I basically just listen to it maybe like 5 or 6 times away from the drums. And I just listen to it. And when I listen to it, I just put it on my room, like I close the door and I turn like the speaker up all the way. And I basically just dance to it, which is my own weird approach, but it has really worked to help me make musical choices when I'm doing videos. Like other people have drummed to like, you know, spoken word type things and they catch like every syllable. I try to do more of like a musical kind of thing, making it sound almost like a song, which is that's just my own approach. And that's where that comes from. Like I try to play simply and make it sound like, you know, like a pop song would sound, as opposed to like intense jazz fusion, like catching everything, you know, bebop or something like that. So that's my approach. And then I bring it to the drums and just sort of have fun with it. And then, yeah, I don't know.
That's
2 hours later.
That's so interesting. Have you ever thought about filming yourself dancing to it? Maybe create a TikTok dance. Charlie D'Amelio will do it.
And I always feel bad for the people, like, and mostly the artists I see, where they show the example of like, I worked on this for 48 hours, and then
my god, those are the worst.
Yeah, and then it's like they draw like a stick figure, like just clapping, and it gets triple the amount the 48-hour piece gets. It's like, I don't even understand. Like this must feel terrible.
Yeah, it really is like that, because it's like it does seem, and you just said it, like the ones that you take the least time on seem to blow up the most. But you can't go into creating something saying like, I'm gonna try to not spend much time on this.
Right. What I've found, which has been really interesting, is that the ones where I personally think the joke is great, or like, I love this show, or I love this comedian, those are the ones that on average do better than the ones where like, oh, this will be good, like this will go viral because everyone, you know, people, I don't know.
That's people almost love, like reassuring.
I'm trying to think of an example right off the top of my head. I can't, but like, even though I'm not even speaking, you can't fake the authenticity. Like if I'm genuinely having a good time, the video does better. It's so bizarre that it's communicated not through any language, not even, and you know, my body language is pretty similar in all the videos, but I can tell, like, if I'm really having a good time, it's going to do better. Like this Mark Norman one has been great because I love Mark Norman, and he's not like a huge comedian. He's so funny. He's so amazing. And like, that has gotten a great response. So it's just, if any of your TikTokers are watching, it's like, if you're having a good time, people will watch it.
Yeah, that's good, because I also feel bad. I've seen a lot of, I mean, you kind of feel bad and you don't at the same time because they have something viral. But like an example is, there's this one kid I saw that makes these puns, like these punny jokes, and then he like smirks or smiles at the end of the beat drop. And then like after the 100th one, even though he's getting millions of views, he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So now you get stuck into this routine.
Yeah, there are people like that right now who like. There's a bunch of people who like dance to one specific
Yeah,
song, and
same
then
thing.
they like a bunch of people in the comments tell them, "Oh, dance in this
Oh
place,
yeah, like
dance in that
the
place."
guy who dances to like Metro Station or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Yeah.
like he is in a way kind of like pigeonholing himself because he's like like how many times can you do the dance?
Show us the view from
Well,
your fan.
that's been my surprise with these rhythms of comedy videos is that like I'm sort of just doing the same thing over and over again, but it doesn't like there doesn't seem to be any sort of depreciating interest in them, which is I don't know why people like it, so I'll keep making them. But I also feel like I'm sort of nearing like I've done 23 of them now. I'm kind of nearing the point where like I want to move on to something else.
Well, I think what makes those unique is the fact that like people request. I saw the Mark Normand one was like a reply to a comment, and it's like,
Yeah.
and because like for a lot of people, I feel like it's like looking at their favorite comedian or TV show in a new way, and now you're just interested in like, oh, I wonder what like Mark Normand's things sound like, or what Dave Chappelle's
That's true.
rhythms sound like, and so like
Right.
there is an interest that is. I mean, there's so many comedians. I feel like it could go for a while, but
And I think you also feel that you've added something personally to the video if it's your comment that was used. So you're personally invested in it, and then it makes people want to like comment on it more, and then it's just a snowball of growing, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, every time after I make one, I'm like, all right, that's the last one. Like, way to go. You did this great series. Like, good job, Josh. Like, you're done. Like, awesome. That was so much fun. And then I'll be, I just love comedy. So I'll be watching, on YouTube. Then I'll come across this like great clip and I'm like, God, I gotta, here we go. Let's start again. Plug it in, turn the speakers on. Like,
So then do you have an idea of what you're thinking about switching to? Or are you just going to roll with this until you're like, I need to figure something else out?
roll this until I'm like 80 years
Yeah,
old. Like, just like the whole world is just like a burning corn husk, and I'm like still in my room. Just no.
It's like, I wonder what the screams sound like, and you start drumming.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is just sort of, I think the next phase of it would be to, and I'm just trying to figure this out from like a technical standpoint because I don't have that much gear or any mics really, but I want to just do my own jokes and play it at the same time, which would be the next sort of season two of Rhythms of Comedy would just be like my own kind of jokes. And then because people play guitar and tell jokes all the time, but I don't see a lot of drummer comedians.
yeah, for sure. That's like
yeah.
comedians who bring stuff on stage is cool. I like musical comedians. You have your
Bo
like
Burnham,
Dimitri
like
Martins, your Bo Burnhams. There's a really good one. I think her name is Nina Daniels. She does a violin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But saying the joke and drumming the rhythm at the same time sounds like moving one hand one way and the other hand the other way. It's
Like patting your head and rubbing your belly.
yeah, it's like that's probably not.
I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Definitely not easy.
Yeah, but one thing that I've found with making these videos is that it's just been a good thing to do while I'm just at home, like waiting for COVID to end.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that it's been a great way to kind of just like keep pushing myself to like just get myself out there. And part of that is because like if you don't post on TikTok, then you just get like stomped on by this mysterious god algorithm. It's like you must post every day, or I will like shadow ban you, whatever people say. But no, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago I wouldn't have had the self-confidence to like put all these videos online.
Mm-hmm.
Or to tell my own jokes in front of a lot of people. But just it's been good for me, even though I think it can be bad for a lot of people. I've taken a lot of solace out of the fact that like what I do, people enjoy it, and like I don't know, people always comment like, I love how you're having so much fun in these videos, and that really encourages me to just keep going and like keep trying new things. And yeah, so the next step is just to put even more of myself out there and see how it goes. I wanted to make this like short film. This is just like an idea I had, which I don't know if I'll ever do. But the premise is that like it's about a stand-up comedian who like works really hard at his own material, but then he also has this horrible Seinfeld impression where he just like goes like that, and that's what then everyone loves, and like people still like, are hysterically laughing at this guy just like going And then he like gets famous for that, but can never do his own material. And then he like is on the Tonight Show, and they're like, "Do the Seinfeld bit." And he's like, "Ah!" And like the crowd goes crazy. He becomes so famous, and then but he's not doing any of his own stuff. He's just like like squealing like Jerry Seinfeld. And then
that sounds like a great idea.
It sounds like an SNL skit. Too.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you'll be doing equally interesting and cool stuff after the Rhythm of Comedy series ends, because that's a great idea.
Thank you very much.
So if you were drumming since 4, so that means you were drumming into like middle school, high school. Did you ever go through a like trying to start a band phase? Because I'm surprised that like we never went through that phase. I feel like that's the only like thing we didn't hit. You know.
I'm still in that phase. Anybody listening to this podcast who want to be in a band with me? Let's go. Let's ride.
Nice.
Let's come on, take it all the way. So I have a band actually.
Oh.
My last name's Harmon, and my brother is also an amazing musician. He has like perfect pitch, and he plays all these instruments. He's amazing. And so we've been jamming together like always after dinner since, we were, I don't know, 7 years old. We would go down to the basement where we have the instruments and just jam for like an hour every night. And so we have this like great connection. Like we know what the other person's going to play before they even play it. So we have the Harmon Brothers Band. We both went to the same college also, which is where we really started the band in earnest. And we would just play parties and things, and like frats and sororities at nearby schools like would host us, and we were a cover band primarily, and we just play like pop music and Motown. It was so much fun.
That's cool.
That's cool. And then we played a couple of shows in New York, but it was so tough to like find like space that would have us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was difficult. When I moved to New York City, I had this like, I was so excited that it was going to be like a movie. We're like, oh, like here we go. It's Josh in the big city. Like I'm gonna, like find this like community, and everyone's gonna be an artist, and we're gonna, take on the Big Apple. But I don't know. That was never my experience. Like I never found like that hole in the wall club, like in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, when she finds that club, and then it's like she knows everyone there.
Yeah.
I never found that place. I don't know if it exists anymore or if I just wasn't looking in the right places. But in the year that I was there, I never found it.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone in the band lives in different states now, so it's tough.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't picture Zoom bands working very well.
Zoom band, yeah, I don't know. There's actually a band called The Main Squeeze. They have a TikTok now, but they did a couple of like Zoom things on YouTube that were awesome. So it can be done. It's just quite difficult. And everyone in the band needs to have like high quality gear and mics.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
And I'm sure that I'm sure you've already thought of this, but there's definitely, I don't even know exactly what this word means, but there's definitely a pun in like Phil Harmonic or something.
Oh yeah. Harmonica.
Harmon, Phil.
Harmony. There's all kinds.
You started off.
It's a great name. That's the point of the sentence.
You started that off by saying, "I'm sure you thought of this already," and that wasn't the most obscure thing ever.
Nosedived. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I would love to start a band, but I'm so musically inept that it hasn't even crossed my mind.
And perfect pitch is almost a superpower. It practically is a superpower. I don't know if anybody knows what perfect pitch is, but correct me if I'm wrong. Also, he could hear like a chord being played or like a note being played and guess the pitch, right? Like A minor, B, something like that.
Except he's not even guessing. Like he knows it cold,
right?
It's crazy. Which makes the band is so much fun because we could take requests instantly. Because of that, like someone could say, play "Lock It to Heaven" by Bruno Mars, and it's easier to pick something up on the drums. Like if I know the song, I can play the beat, but he can get the chords like just out of his head, like pluck them out of thin air. And so that's what a lot of times the band would do like karaoke live. So we would like have like people from the audience come up and sing, and we would just like say a song and we'd play it. It's amazing. Like I wish I had that. I'm not sure. You can't learn it. Like you either have it or you don't.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where
That's
it's like,
crazy.
Yeah,
that guy has a superpower and I'm over here.
It's so crazy. Yeah, it's really, really wild. I bought a stopwatch because I was looking at ways to like be more productive, and people were saying like, oh, use the like Pomodoro tomato timer.
Oh, yeah, like
method.
25 on, 5 off, right?
Yeah. So I bought myself a stopwatch to try and like become a master of my day and time. And instead, I've just been trying to like get the stopwatch to stop like at exactly 8 seconds, or like exactly, just playing a game with myself.
Like the blinking thing.
Yeah, but I found that my time, like if my brother has perfect pitch, I have some kind of perfect rhythm, perfect time kind of thing, where like I can get the stopwatch. I wish I had it here. I can show you, but like I can pretty much nail it. Like 60 beats per minute, right? Is would be 2 bars of 60 beats per minute would be, right at 4 seconds, or right at 8 seconds. It would be 8 seconds. I could like get it without really thinking about it. Oh, it's okay. Here we go, and I can just count it and stop pretty much right on 8 every time.
Well, that's that kind of incorporates into the rhythm catching of the comedic moments in the drums, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Have you like gotten any response from any of the comedians you've played along to?
Yeah, that's actually really the most fun part about it. The hit rate with these things is crazy, and I think it's because of COVID. These celebrities have nothing to do, just like us, and they're on their phones all the time. So I did one with Hannibal Buress. This was like really one of the early. This was like the 3rd or 4th one, and then I put it up on Instagram, and I wrote in the caption like, at Hannah, like, everyone, like, please tag Hannibal. Like, I hope you see this. I'm such a big fan. Like, oh my God, like, what a dream it would be if you saw it. And like,
I mean, that works.
And instantly, within 5 seconds of me uploading it, he commented like, hey man, this is great. And I was like, what? Like, how is that even possible? And it's just, social media is so wild. And like, that's just, and since then, like Ben Schwartz, I did one of John Ralphie from Parks and Rec. He like shared that, put it on his own Instagram. Eric Andre put it on his story, and then Mark Norman just shared mine, and Mary Beth Barone also. Like all these people
That's cool.
have shared it. But my strategy is that not really strategy. I'm just like showing what I think about it. But I'm always very nice. I'm just like, check out how amazing like this comedian is, and I think that helps. One thing I've found, especially with like all this online stuff, is that anyone who's negative, it doesn't help.
I do agree with you that positivity and like just putting out like just entertaining content is like a lot of people need it right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful place to end it.
Yeah, we got a good amount of time. Thank you again for joining us and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
My pleasure. It's actually the first podcast I've ever been on.
Oh, really?
Oh, well,
you're
never glad to be the first.
Everyone, yeah.
I feel like a real celeb. So it's fun for me. So thank you for having me.
And you could tell the
this will be my big break,
And you could tell the people like your handles and everything, where to find you, what's going on,
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can find me on TikTok at joshplaysdrums. On Instagram, I'm so close to 10,000, which will be really fun. For no reason other than like it looks cool if the numbers turn to Ks. I think that's always fun.
I agree with you. I think that's true.
But the Instagram handle is Josh_Harmon_. I'm trying to get it so that it's just Josh Harmon with no underscores, but that username is owned currently by another guy named Josh Harmon, who owns a landscaping business in North Carolina. I'm going to call his landscaping business like tomorrow, I think, and try to convince him to give me the username. And I'm so excited to do that.
Well,
I think it's going to be excruciating.
I'm definitely going to ask for an update about that tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know what happens, and we'd love to have you on again. Maybe your drums are here next time. Who knows?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be so hard to do. I could just bring this setup downstairs, and I could demonstrate a few things if that would be of interest. I'd love to come back. This is so much fun. Thank you guys for having me.
Great. All right.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. And you can find me at dmore723 on Instagram.
Oh, you gave a little.
I was about to.
Yeah. You can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
Picky Boys Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the gaming channel. What day does it come out?
This will be the 21st.
This will come out Wednesday. This Sunday, I believe Johnny over on Picky Boys Gaming on Twitch is doing like a 24-hour breast cancer awareness live stream with one of his streaming friends, Assassin. So he'll be streaming for like 24 hours. There'll be games. There'll be a bunch of fun stuff.
Maybe we'll head over there.
Maybe we'll head over there, and all of it's for a great cause, breast cancer awareness, and there'll be no donation links in the Twitch. You get the idea. And also check out next 3 episodes are all going to be full of spook. So if you like spooky, scary skeletons, come on back. And
we're gonna for Thanksgiving. God, my brain. For the Halloween episode, are we gonna teach you the spooky skeletons dance?
Yeah, we can figure it out. Yeah,
All right, good.
We'll see what happens. But yeah.
Other than that, guys.
Peace.